Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Eden, and today I'm going to try to tell you in 5 minutes everything that you need to know about DNS. DNS stands for the Domain Name System. We're going to fully geek out for 5 minutes here, okay? So, let me tell you, the first question is, why do you trust me? I've been in this business since '99. I've run all kinds of things having to do with DNS and domains. And you need to care because every one of you is going to have a presence on the internet. And you need a name for that presence. And you know what? That's what this is all about. Every one of you is going to have to go out there and get a domain name at some point, and you're going to need to know just enough about DNS to get that done. And it's a little scary. So, brief history. DNS is like 24 years old, which means it's older than a lot of you in here, okay? You weren't even born when it was created. It's been changed a lot, but the fact of the matter is there's some really simple ideas in it that I think anybody can understand. Okay, a little about domain names first. So domain names, that's like .coms, okay? Everybody knows what that's, all right? Example.com. You buy those from a registrar. I'm going to give you some terms here. They buy it from a registry, and you are the registrants, okay? So you got the 3 R's, registries, registrars, registrants. So, DNS, how does it work? It's pretty simple, actually. Your local computer goes to a resolver that's nearby and goes, hey, do you know who example.com is? The resolver says, no, I don't know who he is, but this guy might. He goes upstream and says, I don't know who he is, but this guy might. So eventually he finds the record. And the first record he's always going to find is an A record. An A record basically says this name points to this IP address. Every computer that's hooked to the internet has an IP address. So you need at least one of these. In almost all cases. But that's all you need to know right now. So basically, you're going to need an A record. This is kind of what they look like. There's a name, there's how long that record's going to live, there's the type of record, and there's the content. And all DNS records follow this same format. That's it. There's basically 4 pieces to it. So if you get these 4 pieces, you'll be good to go. Another record type is a CNAME record. This is an alias. Everybody, yeah, CNAMEs. Oh, yeah. So CNAMEs basically are aliases to A records. That's it. That's all they are. They're not that complicated. Yes, exactly. So after CNAME records, the next important one are MX records. I think all of you have email, right? So if you have email, you probably have at least one of these. This tells your email servers where to send mail when it needs to come to you. It says, yeah, go over here and give it to Google, because everybody gives all their email to Google anyways right now, so it's really easy. That's what this one looks like. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, there's a little bit of details in there. Hey, there's 2 records there instead of 1, but really, it's the same type of thing. Name, TTL, type, and then the content that you have over here. All of the records follow the same thing. After those MX records, you have SOA records. These are like, I'm the authority. I'm the authority for this entire domain right here. So SOA records tell name servers that yes, you can actually listen to these answers and trust them. So the A records, the CNAME records, the MX records. Every domain has one of those. NS records they basically say, hey, I don't know what this domain is, but go ask these servers over here. So remember we talked about those registries up there? Registries have a whole bunch of NS records for every one of the domains that people bought. And says, go over here and ask these other servers. Text records, this is the last one I'm going to give you. Text records are sort of like the dumping ground for everything else DNS. It's used for things like spam filtering. It's used for records for identifying stuff with like Google Apps and all kinds of things. So text records are the dumping ground. All right, after that, there's everything else. There's actually a whole bunch of record types. NA pointer records, quad A records, but you know what? You don't have to know about that. There's other people out there that can help you with that. But the ones that I gave you before, those are good to know about and the basic underlying principles. So after everything else, the cool thing is there's all these tools out there where you can check yourself. So let's say you have to get this domain, you have to set it up, right? So you need to check it. Well, the first thing that you can use is a tool called DIG, okay? And DIG stands for Domain Information Groper, all right? I didn't come up with that, but DIG is really good because DIG is actually a tool that you can use if you're geeky enough to actually know what the command line is. You can go down there and ask to get all the DNS records about a domain. But if you're not that geeky, you can actually go to websites that do this stuff for you. There's a whole bunch of them out there. This is what it looks like when you dig. I digged Ignite Boulder. There's the A record for Ignite Boulder. That tells me where the website Ignite Boulder lives. I can actually go from that A record and actually go get the website information for Ignite Boulder. All right, another really awesome tool is Whois. So every time you buy a domain, you give them all your details, like your address and your phone number, and the cool thing is they publish that to the world. You're welcome. Thank you. So who is the thing that lets you get that information and see who actually owns a domain. This is what that might look like. All right, I can tell you that it's registered at name.com. I can tell you where its name servers are. I can tell you what the status is when it was registered. There's actually more details here I'm not showing you out of respect for the owners of Ignite Boulder, but you can actually go look at that yourself. And again, there are websites that actually can help you do this. So back to the beginning. Why do you care? Because now that you know just a little bit about DNS, instead of being something that's scary, it can be something that's fun that you can play with. So that's it for me, and I hope you all enjoyed my talk about DNS in 5 minutes. Thank you.